Hey y'all, Principal Skiwi here, coming to you today from my campus on a Sunday. Yes, I said Sunday, but tomorrow is leadership training. I won't be here. I'm opening up the building tomorrow, and I have a few loose ends that I need to tighten up before they get here. So I know I told you guys that I'm gonna give you a look-see into the model classroom that I'm setting up for my teachers, but I can't give it to you all at once, so I'm gonna break it down into pieces and sections so that you'll get a good understanding on how this pre-K thing works. Now, we're gonna start right here at the attendance chart. So this chart is one of the non-negotiables here at my campus. Each teacher has to have an attendance chart for the students to track their attendance daily. So we're gonna explain a little bit on how this works, okay? I buy these for all my teachers, so each teacher has the same one. If they want to use something different, that's fine, but why would you do that when I already bought it for you? Anyway, let's get into how it works. So little person A comes in the morning, and this is one of their routines. The first thing that they do when they come into the classroom, they find their picture, and here it is. It says little person, and they take it from at home and move it to at school. So now we can see that they're no longer at home, they are at school. They know that, okay? And I know you're thinking, that was cute, Principal Thomas. That was cute, Principal Skiwi. They just move pictures. They're going to be moving pictures every day. That's real cute. But guess what? This little attendance chart packs a lot of power, and it's a great instructional tool as well. So let me tell you a little bit about what it can do. I'm not going to tell you all the things, but just a little bit. It teaches them a lot of early math skills, because when they move that picture from at home to at school, they're gonna later on visit it, and we're gonna find out that we are now sorting. We're taking people who are at home and moving them to at school. So now we've sorted, okay? So that's one thing. Another thing that it's gonna teach them is about numbers, okay? Because of course, if we move them from at home to at school, we're going to count them, okay? So it's gonna be, they're gonna be counting 1 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 12 people are at school, and 1, 2 are at home. So we're gonna be learning how to count, and not only recognizing that the last number that we say is how many in the set. See, this is something that you didn't know that they gotta know in pre-K. Not only that, this is the best part to me. To me, this is the best part. It's teaching them number quantities, okay? Because once we sort them and get the ones who are at home and at school separated, we're going to see which group has greater, which group has less than, are any of them equal to. Yes, we do that in pre-K, getting them set up for those upper grades where they have to know that kind of stuff. So this little tool packs a lot of power. Now, not only does it do that, but it helps them transition their brain from at home to at school. Because you know, you act one way when you're at home, but when you're at school, your behavior has to change. So it helps the little people make that transition in their mind that I'm no longer at home. I have rules to follow here at school. I have things that I have to do here at school. So it's helping them take ownership of their behavior as well. Now, the last thing that I'd like also about this little chart is that it is a little social emotional check-in. Let's say that little person A comes in and they're kind of hesitant about moving their picture from at home to at school, and they got that face. Y'all know that face that you see, that you know something is wrong. That's gonna be a nudge to the teacher. Hey, maybe I need to go over there and check in with little person, because something could have happened in the car that set them off. Something could have been said on the way down to the classroom. Maybe they just missed their mom, which you know that's a lot for a little person. But it's something that you could do to put out a fire. So this is like a signal to a teacher to help put out a fire that might be continuing throughout the day, just because you didn't stop and notice that they didn't want to check in from at home to at school. So there's that little social emotional piece. Come over and talk to them, have a conversation, give them a hug, whatever it is that they need in order to make them be successful throughout the day. So that's just a little bitty piece of this model classroom. Now, if you want to get all of it, and I'm going to give you all of it, if you want all of it, you're going to have to go to my YouTube page where I'm going to give you the ins and outs of this model classroom, because it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. But go to my YouTube channel. The link is in the bio, where I'm going to be talking about not only this model classroom, but I'm going to talk about transitions. I'm going to talk about the calendar routine. I'm going to talk about furniture placement, all things pre-K. And you know what? Pre-K is now the new kindergarten, so this might work for anybody. So go on over to my YouTube channel, Principal Ski Week Chronicles, and you're going to get the whole deal. All right? So it's Sunday, and although tomorrow I have to be a serious principal, I'm going to get out of here and go live my best life for a few minutes before I have to go to real work tomorrow. This is real work too, but I have to be, Principal Thomas tomorrow. So y'all have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you over on YouTube to get the rest of the good stuff. Later.